Good afternoon. Happy Thursday, everyone, and thank you for joining our WNCT Now early afternoon news update. I'm Kelsey O'Donnell, broadcasting to you live right here from our digital studio. Today is the first alert weather day here across eastern North Carolina. We are continuing to track the remnants of Hurricane Sally. Our first alert meteorologist, Alex Wasilenko, joins us with what we can expect for weather patterns up ahead this weekend.
Happy Little Friday, everybody. I'm your First Alert meteorologist, Alex Wasilenko. Thank you for logging on to WNCT.com and the First Alert weather app. We have a First Alert weather day to discuss now through Friday as the leftovers from Sally enter eastern North Carolina, along with an approaching cold front. Altogether, that's going to mean some very heavy rainfall on the order of about 2 to 6 inches or more. Flash flooding will be possible, along with the threat for some strong to severe storms and also isolated tornadoes. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a marginal to slight risk for isolated and scattered severe storms today, so do be sure to remain weather aware and have that First Alert weather app downloaded and ready to go to track those storms. Any one storm today and tomorrow, as a matter of fact, could produce a moderate chance for isolated tornadoes, a slight chance for hail. Damaging winds will be likely with any one storm, along with heavy rainfall. We were going to highlight the heavy rainfall as the primary hazard with any one storm today, because the heavy rainfall may not only reduce visibility from time to time, but it will also likely produce some flash flooding. Let's time things out for you on this Thursday as we track some scattered showers this morning. Those showers will evolve into a steadier and heavier rainfall as we go into the late morning and early afternoon. Some of those storms could be strong to severe, and that rainfall could be extremely heavy at times. The mess continues overnight. More strong to severe storms will be likely, along with the continued heavy rains. As we go into early Friday morning, things begin to shut off a little bit. We'll be talking about some isolated showers and storms through the first half of the day, and then by Friday evening, as we stop the clock at 8 p.m., you'll notice northerly winds are helping to deliver some drier air. All the showers that will be found for Friday evening will linger along the coast. By the day Saturday, a cold front will sweep on in, helping to push Sally out to sea, and it will also help to clear out our weather pattern again just in time for the weekend. Rainfall totals, though, we have a lot to get through today. They could average anywhere between 2 to 6 inches or more across eastern North Carolina. That will certainly lead to some flash flooding today through tomorrow, so remain weather aware and extra vigilant. And remember, turn around, don't drown. I know you've heard that many times before, but take it seriously over the next 48 hours. You never know the integrity of the road underneath those floodwaters. It could be quite dangerous or even deadly. This morning, we're tracking the flash flood watches that are now in effect all across eastern North Carolina. Now through Friday evening, that will be the extent of this flash flooding event. Again, heavy rainfall in short order will create some tricky travel conditions over the next 48 hours, so remain weather aware. Highs today will top out in the 70s and low 80s with heavy rain and scattered strong to severe storms. Your boating forecast today showing 4 to 6 foot seas for the coast, 2 foot seas for the sounds. A moderate chop is expected for your lakes and rivers. And by the overnight period, lows will bottom out in the 60s and 70s with heavy rain and scattered storms continuing. East-southeast winds will average 10 to 20 miles per hour. Your 7-day inland forecast calling for First Alert weather days today and tomorrow, but check out the weekend. We're going to get some big tastes of fall in here Saturday and Sunday after that cold front sweeps on by. We'll be talking about partly sunny skies Saturday, mostly sunny skies on Sunday, with daytime highs in the upper 60s and overnight lows in the upper 40s and low 50s. How about it? As we take you down to the coast over the next several days, a pretty similar weather setup. Temperatures will be slightly warmer along those warmer waters in the Atlantic. However, it's still going to be below average this weekend with temperatures in the middle to upper 70s Saturday and Sunday. We will go for the low 70s to start off the new work week on Monday, with lots of sunshine in the forecast and lots of comfortable conditions as well. Thank you for logging on to WNCT.com and the First Alert weather app. Make it a happy little Friday. I'm your First Alert meteorologist, Alex Wasilenko. Happy Little Friday, everybody.
Thank you, Alex. Recovery efforts are underway following the track of Hurricane Sally. Reporter Chad Petrie joins us from Dauphin Island, Alabama, with an update.
Around Dauphin Island, you can get an idea of some of the more typical damage that we're seeing, particularly at this home behind me here. You can see below this raised home where some of the homeowners were able to gather some of the storm debris and the siding, really, that's been ripped off of their home into a pile. What's remarkable about this is that they started working on it the day the storm passed, which is not usual for Dauphin Island. It usually takes about a day or two for the water to go down and for people to be able to get back onto the island Island. If we could look higher at the house itself, you can see along the side a more typical example of the average damage that we're seeing on a lot of homes here is that siding just peeled away from the side of the buildings. It doesn't look like there's structural damage to the home. That should be an easy repair. That's one example of the damage that we're seeing here. But on top of damage, we're also seeing flooding. Yesterday when we were here, the main drag along Dauphin Island flooded. But today, less flooding. But there's still roadways, side streets especially, that are flooded. This is one example just across the street from where we are. But we're not even able to access the most extreme flooding and damage on Dauphin Island so far because they have a checkpoint there up at this time, only allowing property owners in that area. One slight silver lining is that we're told by Dauphin Island's mayor is that there's less sand and flooding piled up on the west end than there was compared to when Cristobal hit earlier in the season. On Dauphin Island, I'm Chad Petrie.
Meanwhile, wildfires along the West Coast are forcing new evacuation orders due to worsening weather conditions. This as the fires continue to pour smoke into the air on a massive scale. Satellite images show a smoky haze stretching across the East Coast and even reaching some parts of Europe. In other news, East Carolina administrators announced today that their fall commencement ceremony will be held virtually. The ceremony is scheduled for December 4th. Officials made the decision based on current federal and UNC systems guidelines regarding the evolving pandemic. The university is working to develop a plan to recognize everyone who's graduated in 2020, possibly this upcoming May. More details will be shared with graduates as those plans are finalized. Now, speaking of COVID-19, more than 189,000 people have tested positive for the novel coronavirus right here across the state of North Carolina. Governor Roy Cooper and his coronavirus task force will hold a media briefing this afternoon at 3 p.m. You can catch it on air and online right here on WNCT.com, our WNCT Now platform. Again, that will be at 3 p.m. Now, this will wrap up our early afternoon news update. Like I said, you can catch Governor Roy Cooper for the COVID-19 task force update at 3 p.m. And then we'll be right back on here for our late afternoon news update at 4 p.m. to wrap things up right before our newscast at 5. Thanks so much for tuning in.